Okay, so last time we ended up with you all killing the devil that went down to Pirate Bay. You also defeated his hell spawns, and then Durka also
Don't
mercilessly
forget, that's right.
murdered.
Durka mercilessly murdered some townspeople.
Yeah, no, I counted that in the experience that you all got.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Did you count the fact that she also sent that guy off to beat up the family too?
Actually, probably not, but
Yeah, fair enough.
that probably should have
Durka
counted.
remembers.
Okay, and so it ended with you all finding the ring and then throwing a like a big party where everybody was like getting wasted, and was it Durka that wanted to like kill people as they were falling asleep?
I suggested it to Martin's character. Lorcan was the one that was actually like paying attention to doing it. Durka doesn't have enough hit points to carry that out. She was just going to go to bed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I ended last time with the assumption that Durka went to bed and got full hit points back.
Okay, so you went upstairs to go to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you find a bed upstairs to fall asleep. So that will leave Nash and Eula, which were fighting over gold from the safe.
Yeah, I think we got that worked out.
Okay, so you all have tonight to do anything if you want around Pirate Bay. You can party it up, chill. Lorcan's gonna go to sleep. She gave up on the killing as well.
Yeah, Eula's gonna have to get a full rest too. That devil hurt.
It always hurts when the devil reams you.
Alright, so Ramus, he's going to sleep as well. So Eula and Nash are also going to sleep?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm going to pull shifts as far as someone staying awake.
Yeah, we can do that. That doesn't interfere
yeah,
with
we can do
it doesn't
that.
interfere with long rest.
It's probably a good move
Right.
to murder a bunch of people from this town.
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds
shifts
good to
in.
me.
I can do first watch. I'm gonna keep staring at the this like weird letter that we can't decipher. Not that it's gonna help me, but you know.
Okay.
Oh, and the treasure map.
Right.
I'm gonna investigate both of these things.
Okay, so as you are investigating the letter that you can't read, do you know that feeling when you stare at something too long and like the rest of the world like kind of like goes away?
Yep.
Kind of amplify that by like 3 to 5, and you really can only you've kind of almost have an out of body experience, like you're looking at it, and then a board squeaks, across the room or something, and you like snap out and you're like, whoa, what time is it? Where am I? Kind of deal.
Gotcha.
And if anybody was watching, so you probably did that on your watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So nobody would have seen anything.
They would not have seen me go translucent and partially, go to some other plane. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So you all are able to sleep through the night. Nothing too bad happens to you all in the middle of the night. So I'm assuming you guys would wake up and find your way downstairs for breakfast.
Like actual breakfast? Holy crap.
Yeah, they probably have food here, don't they?
Oh yeah. It's probably not even a rat. At least not all of it.
Okay, so you guys all wake up. Ramus and Lorcan, they're like, fuck breakfast, we're sleeping in.
I probably have to. If we all wake up at the exact same time, I have to come down a little later because I prep spells first.
Okay, does Nash and Eula go down before, or?
I guess if we're talking about prepping spells, I have to do the same, so. I would probably not be the first to know one down.
I didn't know you had to prep spells.
Yeah.
You have a spell book?
No. Druids just know certain spells. And you pick out each day which one you want to use.
Yeah, druids and clerics have the same mechanic.
Is it
Eula,
the same time thing? They have to like spend time prepping.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eula, would you go down to the bar by yourself?
Sure.
Okay. So you make your way down to the bar, which is on like the floor of the inn. You all stay above, like on the second floor.
Okay.
I don't remember. So you make your way downstairs, and
If I see villagers with pitchforks, I'm going back upstairs.
no, you don't see very many people, but the people that you do see, actually, just give me a minute here, look a little bit different. Whoops. Oh, fuck.
It's always funny when earthquakes happen.
Yeah. Gotta be careful not to put stuff on the wrong layers. There we go. Okay. So let's see. You see a guy wearing. He's not large, but the tokens are hard. He looks small when he's like.
Right.
Let's see.
Can you like 1.5 size him?
Yeah, 1.5 sized him.
Nice.
Okay, so you see a guy who is in. He has like a hat and he has a parrot on his shoulder. He has like a bright red coat, and there are several guys around him who look very salty. There's a couple behind the bar.
On the bar.
Yeah. And let's see. You also whoa, I didn't fix that correctly. Hold on. There we go. Alright. So yeah, you see several people and you come down and he looks right at you.
All right.
He like motions over for you.
I'll look over to the ones behind the bar. So you helping yourselves to breakfast then?
Aye, we be helping ourselves to breakfast.
All right. Get me some while you're there.
He just kind of like scowls at you.
I'll look at the dude who motioned me over. Kind of like, huh?
He's like, please have a seat.
I haven't had breakfast yet.
Says there will be breakfast soon enough.
So you gonna bring me breakfast?
Yeah, he like waves his hand and some guys like scurry and they bring some food over to the table.
Thank you. Nice.
Okay. So they bring him some over as well, and he is just kind of eating, not really saying much. And he's like, please eat.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. So how long does it take you all to prepare spells?
11 minutes.
11
today.
minutes. Okay.
Do you have to roll for that, Corey? Is it variable?
It depends on what spells you prepare. It's 1 minute per spell level that you prepare.
Okay.
So I prepared 3 second level spells and 5 first level spells today. So 11 minutes.
Okay. So probably while Eula is eating breakfast, you and Nash would arrive downstairs to see some gnarly folk occupying the bar that do not look like the normal kind of Pirate Bay townsfolk.
When they come in, I'll call out 2 more breakfasts.
And the guy that's sitting at the table in the nice red coat, motions his hand, and they produce some more breakfasts.
Hey, Greenie, is this the sort of stuff you even eat? Like, I don't know what goblins eat.
Yeah. It needs to get aged a little bit. Rub some dirt on it. It'll be fine.
Okay, so he's gonna let you all finish eating breakfast. Doesn't rush you, doesn't interrupt you all.
I will eat my eggs disgustingly.
Okay. So
I scowl at him a few times during breakfast.
he notices, but does not seem too concerned.
You say he had a fancy red coat on?
Yes. He has a fancy red coat, a cool hat, and a parrot.
Like, how cool?
Pretty cool.
Yeah?
Do you have shit? What are the knowledges?
I have proficiency in cool hats,
Yeah?
specializing in fezzes.
The knowledge-like things are history, arcana,
Pull this up.
nature, religion.
Yeah, it's
That may
docs.
be it.
Investigation.
Yeah, there's general investigation.
Or just intelligence.
History. I missed history.
No, you said history.
Oh, okay.
Info, let's see, okay. Yeah. Histories. Does anyone have proficiency in history?
I do.
Yep.
Alright. Durka and you guys need to update your skill proficiencies then.
I thought I had.
Eula has it. She needs to update her sheet.
No, Eula does not have it.
Right. Okay, so Durka has it. Alright, so you would notice that that hat is worn usually by someone of the rank of Commodore, which is someone who commands a fleet of ships.
Right. Durga has flashbacks to a different life when she got in trouble in ships.
Classic.
I've heard one of the best moves is to take 2 ships and ram them together. Literally
It's
can't.
best if you make the guy driving the ship cackle hideously.
Oh
Yep.
man, that's good. Okay.
So I'll say something crass to him like, something that demeans his rank. Something like, I'll call him first mate or something like that. I'll say something like, "So are you first mate on some ship around here?"
You can tell that he's he doesn't take offense to it, and it kind of giggles.
That fancy hat probably means something else, like Commodore or something. But there's no way you could be a Commodore. You're just not cool enough.
Says you are awfully spry first thing in the morning.
You're awfully intrusive first thing in the morning.
So he just kind of lets you all finish breakfast. So unless you're going to do anything rash before you finish breakfast.
I like how you're giving us every opportunity to just do something stupid.
No, but I'm certainly going to be as I'm eating, kind of trying to gauge his mood. He welcomed me over, but that could be hiding his intent to murder us in a few minutes. So just kind of want to kind of gauge the situation.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
All right. I'm happy to roll perception, but perception or insight? It's exactly the same either way for me. Never mind.
Whichever one. Okay. He seems to be in kind of seems to be jovial. He does not seem aggressive. You don't like get any secret ill will.
Okay.
Okay. So after you all finish breakfast, one of the other guys comes around and cleans up the plates, and he says to you all, "So I'm assuming that you all were the ones that caused the ruckus here in the bar last night?"
No, I think you've misheard. There was a giant fucking demon that caused the ruckus.
Well, who was it that killed my good friend the barkeep then, eh?
I bet it was that demon.
Roll.
A chuckle. Remember, I have a 8, so.
Yep. I mean, you can roll a deception if you want.
I mean, I'm attempting to deceive him, but yeah, I'm role playing that chuckle. So let's see, where's deception? There it is. Roll well. Nope.
Okay. So
I'm almost as bad as like, yeah, it was probably that demon.
He's like, and pay it no mind, really. Never really liked the guy. Was skimming some gold from me off the top there. So
Maybe, like, you own this bar or something?
But kind of. What would you say? Owned the town, the cove? You know, this little whole place. You know, it's kind of the guy that kind of runs the joint.
You own Pirate Bay. That's a ballsy statement.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Yep. So he introduces himself, and I'm sure you guys can guess what his name is.
Captain Jim Smith.
Captain Jack Sparrow?
Nope.
Oh. Is he Captain Jim the Dick Liar?
Nope.
I was guessing something like Captain Jim Robin or something.
Nope. He is the
Captain Hook?
Dread Pirate Roberto.
Oh,
Nice.
So he introduces himself as the Dread Pirate Roberto, and as he is the.
Have I ever heard of the Dread Pirate Roberto?
Yes, with your history, you know that the Dread Pirate Roberto is more of an actual, less of a person and more of like a title. It's kind of given, it's passed down, it's given to the pirate in the pirate community who is seen as the pirate to be the strongest pirate, the pirate who is always, is always in the legend. All the stories are always about him, and
Gotcha.
so. Cat.
So why you in Pirate Bay? I mean, just visiting, I take it?
I stop in every once in a while. There was also a thing or two of mine here that I came to pick up, which don't seem to be here any longer. I am wondering if you happen to have come across them.
Oh, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah. So in that barrel over there, there was a nice little ring and a faint little magic aura on it. It kind of like says faint, kind of like sarcastically. So anyone, let's see.
Yeah, doing my best to keep a straight face.
So yeah, Eula, you're able to, tell that he was being sarcastic there.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that he needs that back, and if you happen to know where it is, there would be something in it for you all.
Sure, I'm all about getting something for knowledge. That's cool with me.
So if we, let's say that we needed to spend some time to track this thing down. I mean, how much is in it for us? I mean, I need to know how much time I'm going to be willing to spend trying to find this thing.
Well, if you say that you don't have it and you need to track it down, then I'm sure I will be able to track it down faster and won't be needing you all. So, are you telling me that you don't have it?
Durka's probably having a hard time.
Who does have it?
Putting something on her face. Like, yeah.
That's a good point. If I feel like Durka is like revealing this, I'm not gonna
Durka's probably like trying to eat her food but smiling the whole time. Like, I'm not saying we don't have it. I'm just saying, maybe I like the idea of trading some gold or something like that for it. Or if you have some, lesser magic item that you don't care about as much.
So you do have it then. You want to trade for it?
I don't not have it.
We're willing to negotiate a trade.
Okay. So how about this?
I'm going to give Durka a meaningful look.
She purses her lips.
I'm actually looking to reestablish the Pirate Bay once to its former glory. It doesn't look like much now, but back in the day, it used to be a pretty thriving little port. Just recently, actually, came into owning the Pirate Bay. It's moved around a lot. It's gone through some changes. Some people tried to shut it down, but we brought it back.
Nice. Yeah, I've been hearing the wait staff in particular, the servers have been really tough to keep going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, what I'm doing is there is some illicit trade that I'm trying to funnel back through here through Redwall. So I'm trying to set up a little shop here. I'm going to call it the Silk Road. Back to my old self. So yeah,
it is the road made of silk.
I am for that ring. I'm offering you the option to get in at the ground floor to be the go-to person in this. There's I know that you guys can handle the job, seeing as you apparently dispatched a couple demons, a devil, and some really nice patrons that you guys can handle yourself.
Douchebags.
Pardon me, I'm just thinking it's an inferior paving material. You should use gravel and maybe flagstones.
So, you guys can work for me out of the Pirate Bay for my new endeavor that I'm calling the Silk Road. to travel to get illicit goods and to sell illicit goods in Redwall.
Have you considered just dirt paving?
And super lucrative. You guys, get some pirate cred if you want to be pirates. I'm sure there'd be plenty killing to be had if that suits your fancy. Little crazy one over here. Motions to Durka.
She giggles a little bit.
So, what'll it be? I'll even let you keep the treasure map.
So, what exactly would we need to be doing? Would we be traveling back and forth between here and Redwall then?
Well,
Helping move the goods, or would we be doing something else?
there would be a couple jobs. Pretty much, you would be. I would bring in illicit goods here. You all would be responsible for getting those goods to Redwall, fencing those goods, selling those goods, setting up a market in Redwall, getting rid of some of the other underground competition, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Durka's having a hard time not looking excited, by the way.
Well, I have to say that seems like a pretty fair deal. There are some other folks who helped partake in the festivities last night.
Oh, I'm sure. I would, you guys, feel free to, recruit people that you trust. You do have to vouch for them, so make sure that if you do hire people that they are trustworthy.
Yeah, well, of course, we wouldn't work with people we don't trust. And then I kind of like put my hand up and point at the goblin. I'm like, except for him, I don't trust him.
Okay. So, if you guys want, I can, if this sounds like good terms to you, give me that ring and I can send you all on your first assignment.
If you don't mind if we have a moment to confer.
Yeah, most definitely. Take all the time you need.
Wait, did we just ask him if we could parlay?
Nice. Durka's like, let's totally do this. This guy's cool. He treats us like buddies, and like we would get to go fuck up those people in Redwall some more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Be able to kind of establish our own little power structure, get rid of the other underworld power structures.
Right. Plus, like, this guy doesn't care about like power in Redwall. He just wants Pirate Bay and Silk Road and his fleet, right? Like, the Redwall thing is like we could be taking that over. Seems like.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good.
I wouldn't disagree. Be nice to have somebody behind us as opposed to behind us.
Yeah, I'll lean over like out of our huddle and just yell over to him like, "People dying in Redwall is not a problem, right?"
He says, you can feel free to kill as many people in Redwall as you want, as long as it forwards the cause.
Sweet.
All right. All right, we're inclined to accept your offer. One quick question, though, as just a little bit to sweeten this, if you do happen to know, there seems to be some sort of magic on this door. Do you know anything about that?
He tells you that, sits you down, tells you about this kind of this like folk tale about how this door, it's actually, even once you get to looking at it, isn't actually just like a wooden door. It's actually kind of like an old arch,
Hmm.
and it used to be it used to be used for like a lot of like ceremonies and kind of like symbolism for like passing through, like if you were, they used it for like a lot of rites of manhood, and so like passing through it had this like very big symbolism, and it is said that like it said that this could like lead you, like set you on like your destiny. So sometimes people would enter and would never be seen again.
And is this actually the front door that we came through already?
It
Or is
would
this a
be
different
this
door?
this door is the front door you came through.
Okay.
But it's no longer used for that, and it's only fairy tales. I've gone through this door 1,000 times. Nothing's ever happened to me. Not even a twinkle.
Well, there was magic on it the other night, so you're wrong.
There's probably always been magic on it. It is. I'm sure
Nope,
more
you're
magic.
wrong. It's different, trust me.
Okay.
I just kind of look over at Durka with raised eyebrows.
Dirk looks back at you with raised eyebrows, like she doesn't know what you're talking about, but she really does.
You ready to seal the deal with Roberto here?
I'm not fully sold on the raised eyebrows. I'm doing the rock thing.
I can't do anything cool with my eyebrows.
If that's supposed to be your rock imitation, I think you're doing a horrible job. I mean, how do you imitate a stone anyway?
Yeah, she said that be a jabroni.
Oh. Durka before she like starts to go for it, and then she goes like, just out of curiosity, what does it do?
I thought about that.
He holds out his hand for it.
She reaches for it, holds it in her hand for a second, looks at him, looks back at the ring.
Try the command word I said. Try the command word I said.
What? Like, kind of like twirls it around the end of her finger for a second, then hands it over to him.
It's like, I bet you wish you knew.
Damn it!
Corey, I'm surprised you didn't try saying "I wish" with it first.
Well, if I would have not encountered this guy right now, I would have done that today at some point, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, not like in his face, like, nope, I'm not giving it to you. Putting it on my finger, bam. Not trying to start another bar fight.
Right.
Okay, so he reaches down in his sack, pulls out a smaller sack, throws it on the table. A bunch of like gold spills out, and he's like, "So here is, some gold to help you all get set up. If you all could." If you could build a storehouse here and purchase you all an actual living place to do your stuff out of.
Didn't you already say to build a storehouse?
Do I?
I was kidding.
Oh,
Didn't you already say to build a storehouse?
yeah. Okay, I get it. Now he says I need a storehouse. I need a safe house, like a safe storehouse here, and also money to purchase you all a place to live in Redwall. And so you guys, It's about we'll say 2,500 gold.
Holy shit!
All right.
Durka asks him, so gold is cool and all, but do you, part of having a nice safe storehouse would be having some magical power behind that. Do you have access to any spells? I can think of a few that would be quite useful that I could learn them.
Yeah, I'm more of a fighter type, but
Sure.
I do definitely employ the magic types. Any fool, you'd be a fool not to.
Sure. I mean, there are some skills that I think are probably, or some spells that I've heard of that I'm pretty sure would be useful in having a safe storehouse. So, you know.
Right, like that one that screwed me.
Yeah, there's some pretty good ones.
Okay. Yeah. If it's obviously within reason and it helps further the Silk Road project, let me know. He points over at one of his guys and tells you his name. He's like Scallywag Jim. And he says he's gonna stay here in Pirate Bay and be a liaison for him. So if you need anything, talk to Jim, and Jim will help you out.
Sweet.
But I'm gonna be leaving soon, and my mages are coming with me. So if you're gonna need some spells or some shit, figure out what you need quick.
Okay.
The treasure map that you mentioned that we found last night. You wouldn't happen to know, or actually, out of character, I can't remember. Did you tell us? Did we recognize like generally where it was or not?
Well, you saw the map where it was, and
Okay.
I think I have. Hold on. So, if you can remember, if you scroll over to the right, somebody put an X on the island.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, if we were able to know where it was, I would ask about it.
So you're not gonna ask about it?
No.
Okay.
So when is he leaving?
Tomorrow.
Okay. I know for sure Arcane Lock would be useful that I can actually cast at this level. I'm just making sure there aren't any more that I can cast at this level.
What about Alarm?
Yeah, Alarm. I think Alarm, though, has a duration. Like, one of the nice things about Arcane Lock is that there's no duration on it, so it's until dispelled. Yeah, Alarm is only 8 hours. I mean, it'd be useful, kind of, if we could make, like, a wand of Alarm and have somebody cast it routinely.
All right.
Right.
So I'm actually gonna have to figure out those rules. No, that's actually pertinent.
I mean, there are some higher level things that would be potentially useful, but
I heard my name.
I said like Wish.
Oh,
like Wish.
Wish.
Sure, like Wish.
It helped us out a whole lot.
I mean, there's some like, 5th level illusion spells that can last, days. That would be good for wands, etc.
Alarm's definitely pretty good.
But at least Alarm is the very first one that I can think of.
Is there guards and wards? Is that a spell?
I haven't gotten there yet. If it is, I'm looking. You guys can keep going. I'm just going to start looking through the spell list, just to make sure I know them all.
Okay.
So is he meeting at this point? The Dread Pirate?
Yeah, so he actually would, at the conclusion, so he at the end, there's kind of like a more formal thing. He actually, like brings out like a contract, and it lets you, like, if you want to read it, and it's actually like very straightforward, and there's no like fine print or anything. Like saying that you guys will, like do your best not to like,
Fuck his world.
fuck his world, and do things in the best interest, and not steal, and stuff
From
like
him.
that.
Not steal from him, right?
Yeah, not steal from him.
Okay.
Yes, no. Not steal from him. He doesn't care what you do.
Right.
But so Eula
Mm-hmm.
and Nash would. So that would give you like actually that would give you an insight into his character.
Yeah.
He is definitely lawful, like more on the lawful side. Maybe not, like the, like the written law, but he is a man of, his word and stuff. So you believe that he could be trusted.
Gotcha.
Now, real quick, I'm probably not real big on signing my name to stuff.
Okay.
Goblins are kind of weird about certain things like written words and stuff, you know?
Okay.
I'm just going to say that. I know there's a Pathfinder thing, but...
Nope. He says,
Plus, if he were to write it down, it'd probably just look like this.
Right.
Right. So he's like, I
He says
understand.
it out loud.
Says, I know a thing or two about the, under goblins, or not the under goblins, but kind of like the, what would be a politically correct term for like
woodland goblins, like me?
the lesser, people like races that kind of like are looked down on.
The subspecies, the inferior class,
The goblins, the
Yeah.
shit goblins, shit's
Yeah.
like me.
the shitty folk.
So he does something. He's like, how about like a spit and a handshake.
We can do that.
So he like spits in his hand and he says, I have your word on this.
Oh yeah, all day long. Let's do this.
Okay.
Eula winces when Nash like spits in his hand.
It
Okay.
really means more if you can spit a tooth into it.
Okay. So him and his
So wait,
pirates.
did you sign Eula or did you do the shake too?
No, I'll sign.
Okay. Durka signs and it's very eloquent. She has very nice handwriting.
Okay.
That is so gross.
Ew.
Well
All right.
played.
So he leaves, and as he's leaving, he's like, "Oh, and you guys might want to also hire a new innkeeper and some bar staff."
Okay.
So all of his people, except Jim, head back to the ship, and Jim has like a duffel bag stuff, and he like starts taking it upstairs.
Okay. When he goes upstairs, I'll lean over to Durka and say, "So, do you think we should mention the letter to him? Ask him about it. He might be able to help us figure out what it says, but he seemed to know about the map, and I'd hate for him to find out that it's actually his letter or something."
If he doesn't know about the letter, then it's better that we keep it to ourselves.
Okay.
Screw him. No loyalty. He's going to be an easy one to manipulate. So interestingly, on a mechanics note, I haven't gotten to P yet to know whether they actually have permanency, but a lot of the spells that could potentially be permanent on an area are like, if you cast this X number of times, like repeatedly, they become permanent.
Mm.
And that's why there is always magic on the door quarry.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't think there
Well,
is
like,
a permanency spell.
Guards and wards. That spell you were talking about, Billy, is if you cast, you can create permanent guards and wards by casting the spell every day for a year on the same spot.
Oh,
It's a-
jeez.
Pretty sweet spell.
Yeah. That is a cool spell. It's 6th level though. It's a long time for me.
And you can designate it.
What?
He froze up.
I don't
You
Hey,
can
Billy.
designate it to what?
know.
So what?
Oh well. Yeah.
I think it is resolved.
Okay. So he's gone. The inn is fairly empty. There's like one or two.
Are there still people from last night here passed out?
Yeah, there's like a couple people passed out. There's one or
What
two
with the dead
people.
bodies?
Actually, when you came down, all the bodies were gone, but there was, still blood on the floor.
Okay. Guess we should hire someone to clean that up.
I poke one of the drunk people. Hey, you want to make some money?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Go,
Whatever.
go clean that blood. I'll even pay you in liquor if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, go clean up all the blood.
Okay, so he wakes up and just goes and gets finds a mopping bucket in a broom closet and starts cleaning up.
Wow, you can make a permanent Mordekainen's private sanctum.
All right, so he goes back to his ship. If you guys step outside, you see actually like 3 ships in the harbor, and like one of them is quite fancy for what you'd believe to, or it's quite fancy for like a non like government sponsored ship.
Government sponsorship.
Yeah, non-Navy shit.
Right.
Right.
So that kind of lends to his dread pirate
Legitimacy.
legitimacy. Yeah. So you guys have a couple tasks. One of them was to set up a storehouse here, and I guess hire some new bar and innkeeper staff and keepers, and then set up some shop in Redwall.
So we need to get a storehouse here and somebody to run the bar, right?
Yep.
And then we go back to Redwall. Okay.
Yep.
We need to take inventory of this town, I think. Will you tell us a little bit more about like the size of the town, the number of buildings, like how many people live here, quote unquote?
Okay, so
Let's just say we like walk around town for a few hours.
Okay, so it's smaller than you would think. There is probably 20 to 30 buildings. I would say 15 of them residential. There's the dock that's kind of half of it's fallen in and whatnot. There's a stable, but it's also kind of run down because no one's really using it, and there's no horses there. And then there's the main building in the town is this inn. Most of them residential, just some local people that have kind of old retired pirates or people who wanted to escape persecution or prosecution. So they kind of it's a place where nobody really cares if you're a thief or murderer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they end up living here. There's a couple.
Like the anti-cheers, where nobody knows your name.
Yeah. There's like one kind of general store and one tiny guy who claims to be a blacksmith. You can tell it's probably a guy who just killed the previous blacksmith and started like messing around with stuff. And
Who was
there's-
probably the guy that killed the guy before that stole
Right.
blacksmith equipment and tried to pretend he was a blacksmith.
and then down by the dock, there is like a shipwrights office where they can help make ship repairs and stuff, and they have a lot of shipping equipment. But it's all muddy walkways and no really roads. There's no all the buildings are kind of haphazardly placed and stuff.
So Dirk is going to look at you, Eula, probably, and just be like, just so you're aware, getting somebody to run that in is not something you should leave to me.
All right.
I'm more than happy to consult, but I don't do long-term interactions with people.
Right. Not long term, just permanent.
Right.
Right.
Stab a person every minute for an hour, and they become permanently dead.
I mean, it doesn't have to be stabbing. Like, I also sometimes just trick people into doing stuff for me, but then I don't ever plan to see them again because they don't like me after that.
Okay, so kind of out of character, you all feel that besides Jim, you are the only really authority figures at all. Like, it's completely anarchy. Not like crazy, wild anarchy. It's just there are no rules and it doesn't really matter. But none of the people there are really like trying to do anything, to really better themselves. Everybody's just trying to, make it by. Maybe the shipwright's actually one of the very few like actually skilled people. That's not like skilled in piracy. You basically, can kind of like make the Pirate Bay yours if you wanted. You can do as little in it as you want, or you feel like you can do as much in it as you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, how much interest you all as players or characters have in like city. It's not really like city building, but you could do some aspects of that if you wanted.
I think we came back just in time.
What was that?
Dirk said, or maybe city burning?
Well, if we burn the city, we won't have anywhere to come to get the things we need to take to Redwall and kill people with.
Sure they will. They're going to arrive by boat on the dock.
Right. But we may not be here when that happens. So we've got to have the secure storehouse where they can
burn
leave
the city
things.
except the storehouse.
As an alternative to suggest, we could
Listening?
get someone to run the bar. Tell everyone that person is now the mayor. And then they'll be under our thumb, and they can basically, in exchange for us backing their standing as mayor.
Maybe
they
they're
pretty
mayor
much-
and we are the high council.
Sure. Yeah. That's kind of where I was going. Is we basically are running things and keeping them as mayor in exchange for them getting to be mayor and the barkeep.
Right.
And if we ever come back and find that someone's killed him, then we kill them and we put somebody else in as mayor, and hopefully the next people will learn the lesson not to kill the person we made mayor.
We should just be upfront about that.
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking maybe a sign or something.
Right.
If you kill the mayor, we will come kill you and we'll make a new mayor. So don't bother.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah, there was a part of me, the player, that just thought of like scenarios that we should try to account for. You know, like, well, what if the mayor takes that power and just starts like abusing it, like murdering people and stuff? And I was like, oh yeah, Durka wouldn't care.
Right.
Durka would be like, good on you, buddy. That's right. In fact, Durka's probably in her head going, yeah, let's give this guy all the power to like be totally like a dick.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be fine with me. We can give him, you know, basically authority to do whatever. But if we come back and we don't like what he's done, then we might kill him and put somebody else in his mayor.
That's true too. Yeah,
There's consequences.
That's right.
You can do whatever you need to as long as you think that we're going to be okay with it.
We should pick somebody that's not a drunk.
Yeah, that might be hard.
You might have to go to Red Roll.
Let's pick somebody that's not like a fall over drunk. I don't care if they drink a lot, just as long as they're like conscious.
Are you there, Billy? There you go.
Yes,
You're back.
I'm having real trouble.
Okay.
How long did it take us to get here from Redwall?
Couple days.
So it'd be a 3-day hike or a 1-day ride.
Okay. The 1-day ride's not bad.
Not at all.
Like that's
by 1-day ride, you mean like leave in the morning, get here in the evening? Kind of
yes,
thing.
and not like pulling carts or anything like that.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could get somebody from Redwall if we felt like that might work better. We might have to come oust some people from the bar when we come back, but you know.
So Jim also says he's there and he's like, I mean I can watch it till y'all get back.
Oh. Right.
Who would we get from Redwall?
I don't know. Dwarf we know?
What about Norgold?
Ah, Norgold.
Norgold. Yeah.
We'd have to get a couple enforcers to come with him though, because Norgold's
The only
not
thing
gonna be
about-
able to take care of
The only
himself.
thing I don't like about Norgold is that Norgold's already somebody else's bitch, and putting him in charge down here might mean that he's now two people's bitch instead of exclusively our bitch.
Nah, he was barely making enough to get by and try to like retire.
So yeah, I mean you would Durka would feel, not trying to convince you Norgold, but Durka would feel that Norgold was just doing that job just to make a living. He really wasn't like Gentleman Leo's man, if that makes any
Okay,
sense.
gotcha.
Gentleman Leo was threatening to fire him all the time. We had to go save his ass.
Right. That's true. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
But I do think we should grab a couple enforcers to help him out, because he's not going to be able to handle himself in a bar fight.
How old is he?
He's pretty old,
Yeah.
but
Like a million.
confident.
Who's the what enforcers you think?
I don't know.
Maybe goblins.
Most of them got executed outside the city wall. You might be able to find a few.
Damn it.
Yeah, Nash, how do you feel about a good portion of your clan getting wiped out? Nash, can you hear me? Billy?
Hard to repeat. Sorry,
sorry.
can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's cutting in and out a little bit. How does Nash feel about most of his clan being wiped out, executed?
I mean, he doesn't have like all that much attachment to people, places, or things. So that was kind of sucky, but he's got these people, and they seem to have like a little more raw power. So, all in all, kind of a trade up,
Right. Okay. Cool. I was just curious.
Cool.
And there's just not enough spells
Sure.
that will help us. All right, so JJ. So the only thing I'm going to tell, the only spells I think would be useful to know are Arcane Lock And then potentially, like, if there is a scroll of Glyph of Warding, I can learn that at next level.
Okay. So you go and
I'll tell him I can study that and get it done soon.
okay. So you actually get invited to Roberto's ship. You get to go to his like mage's quarter, and it's it has like a cauldron and like like a rat head and like little things like floating around the room and stuff. And he like sits you down. His like spell book's open to what was it? The lock,
Arcane Lock.
arcane lock spell.
Sweet. Start copying.
Okay. And you notice his book is like super thick.
Sure. If he ever leaves me alone with it, I'm certainly going to flip through and see what else is in here.
Yeah, I mean he leaves the room.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to flip through and see what else is in here.
You can't turn any of the pages.
Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. That's a cool book.
I thought you were going to joke that you flipped to one and it's
You have to look over here. Everybody says hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, you go to sleep with
All right,
us.
I'll get in a little bit.
If I'm actually asleep, don't wake me up because I have to get up at 6.
Okay, I get to go. All right.
I thought the joke was going to be that he flips through the spell book and he sees one titled "Exploding Runes."
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't turn the pages. I actually had that planned way before you. A lot of this is one of those things where like you could make certain spells unique to yourself if you wanted. And this is like one of those. I like making up unique magic that aren't actual spells. So this is one of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you said we could do that.
Yep. Oh yeah, Billy. I don't know if you can hear me. If you remember, you can, if you want to make spells of your own, you can do that as well. So feel free to, freeform some spells if you want.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not just going to give them to you. You have to, like, practice them and make them and stuff, but...
I'm also going to ask this mage if he has Identify, if I can copy that spell too.
What levels Identify?
The first level spell.
Yep. Yeah, he gives it to you.
So just so you guys are aware, I'm going to go ahead and nick 150 GP from the 2,500 to do this.
Sure.
So what does it actually take? Just like 125 gold pieces or like materials?
It's 50 gold pieces in 2 hours per level of the spell you copy. So I'm copying a second level and a first level spell, so it's 150 gold in 6 hours.
Okay.
To copy those spells.
So I'm actually going to say it doesn't really make sense just to consume gold. But when you're actually doing it and there's no other like cinematic or storyline, you can actually just use gold.
Like 150 thing of something.
Yeah, but this guy would have all the materials that you need to copy the spells.
Gotcha. So I can just like purchase the materials from him.
But no, he like gives them to you.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
So you're aware Dirk feels no loyalty to this guy at all and thinks he's a sucker for giving it away for free. You have to say that out loud.
But you also get the sense that he is not worried about 150 gold.
Damn it. Yeah. Looking around his room, I'm probably like, damn it, you have a lot of stuff. This is how wizards should be. Now I'm even more like, yeah, let's do this pirate thing. I want to be this guy's, like, I want to be as cool as this wizard. Does he have a scroll of Glyph of Warding that I could potentially, like, grab for later?
I don't think he would. He doesn't seem
or does he know that spell and could make me a scroll?
So he probably knows the spell, but he does not seem to be one to like make scrolls.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not really his jam.
Okay, well, I'll have to come back to him and get that one later.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you come back, you probably find Eula and Nash discussing the enforcer pool. So one thought that I had, we could, and of course we can look around a little bit once we're there in Redwall, but we could go talk to Grandlot again, just see if if he knows any low-level guards who maybe kind of washed out, maybe got caught stealing or something, got fired.
Ooh, good idea.
Or barring that, if there's any, low life thugs that he could point us toward, either in jail or out. But yeah, I just figured he might be able to help us find someone either way. Hopefully, an ex-guard that would be a little bit more legitimate than like an outright criminal. But whatever it takes.
Cool. All right. So that's you guys also know. Just looking around through your walkthrough, you notice or would have gathered that there aren't really materials here in Redwall to build a storehouse, or really a carpenter who could build it. So
Gotcha.
you're gonna have to, outsource, or well, what's it like? You're gonna have to go recruit a, some help to come build it here.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so unless you have something specific, there's really not a whole lot more to do in Pirate Bay because there's no real people. So you're gonna have to head back to Redwall.
Yep, leaving Jim in charge.
Okay.
I understood that sentence, guys.
Oh, okay.
I heard all the words.
You're back.
Well, let's see how long that lasts. You were talking about trying to find some enforcers. Do we know if there's any like goblins still running around? I know JJ we were talking about that they got decimated, but
yeah, you haven't had really the time to go back. You pretty much hightailed it, and you've been running with this crew since. You haven't, gone back through.
okay.
Okay. So, all right. So you guys pack your stuff up, heading out. You don't have horses or anything, so it is 3-day walk back.
What do we? Because we walked here, right, from the forest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could turn
There's
into
no, there's no horses in Redwall we could get,
Nope. So there is a stable,
but no horses in the forest.
but no horses, of course. Okay.
Random encounter table.
that's one thing that was like conspicuously absent from the DM guide was like more like a bunch of tables, like random. It's like one.
Did you hear that? Alright.
Is that us getting fucked?
Nope. Your token is pretty awesome, Nash.
Yeah, it's easy to see.
Alright. So, you guys following the path back home. Everyone can roll perception checks.
Percepciones.
I can see stuff. Ooh, Dirk can see stuff. Ooh, Nash sees stuff better.
Yeah, Nash. Sorry, I keep logging in and out so much that it keeps resetting my name.
That's no problem.
Yeah, I never set mine in the first place.
Okay. So the so you guys kind of hold on, I'm trying to find them. The pirate road to Redwall takes you along the water for quite a ways. So you guys can still hear the ocean just up the way, or just over a ridge or something. But being that close has its dangers.
Oh, not giant jellyfish.
Giant jellyfish.
Stupid space jellies.
Oh, damn
I don't know what you mean, Joe. I don't know what you mean.
Damn. Okay. So,
This looks suspiciously like where we met Robin Hood.
yeah, I reused tiles. All right, so Nash. Wait, did Durka roll? Oh, since it's 20. Okay, so Durka and Nash can see in these trees some things that look a little fishy.
What do you mean? Like they look like
Fish.
fishes? They look like fish in trees?
That's my pun for merfolk.
Oh, tree fish. Guys, it's tree fishes.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
Are merfolk like something that are commonly known about in this world?
They're they're something that you don't see a whole lot of.
But they're not like legend. Like people, they exist. And
Right.
right.
Yeah. They definitely exist. They're just rare, and they only stay super close to the water, to bodies of water.
What does Durka know about them? As a
Um,
race, are they generally assholes, or are they like super lawful, or?
They're not super lawful. They are definitely, they're generally neutral, but some of them, can be turned evil. So Durka, you're able to see these ones. These are not specifically merfolk, but Murrows. They're kind of like transferred merfolk, so they're like a little bit stronger. You know that they are like coastal bullies, like they are kind of like the raiders of the coast. Nothing too special about them. They are amphibious. You know that they can breathe in and out of water. They have bite attacks and like claw attacks and stuff.
Are they dumb?
All
Can
right.
we trick them with riddles?
They are kind of dumb, yeah, but not like
Nice.
super dumb.
Might try the
Durka's
riddle.
so Durka's not very good at hiding when she knows something. So she's probably gonna have a hard time not like suddenly looking antsy or like looking nervous, but she's gonna say something out loud like, "Man, I'm really glad we wiped the floor with all those assholes a little while back. Nobody should get in our way anymore." And then like kind of walk closer to you guys and start whispering like, "Guys, there's people in the trees."
God, not again.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, with great magical power comes great responsibility.
Roll initiative.
Oh.
Random encounter table.
Aw.
How come I didn't go on the table? Oh, I didn't have myself selected. All right, I'm just going to roll again to get myself into the table.
Okay.
Boom.
Ooh, Nash.
Yeah.
These rolls, though.
Man.
Okay.
I'll have whole days where I'll just roll shit on this.
Lorcan and Ramus are actually like making out behind a tree back here.
They were walking ahead of us.
Yeah. All right. So. All right, Durka, you get to go first. You see them in the trees.
Dirk, well, since they haven't done anything yet, Dirk is going to cast. Let's see. Hold on. Where's my ruler? This one. Yeah, 20. What's this one? 30.
Hold on. Let me make sure that I have the right ruler set. Nope. Check again.
Oh. 25. 25. The creatures must be within 30 feet of each other. Oh, okay. So I probably can't do that because they're too far apart. And so are those guys. Okay. I think Dirk is just going to wait and see if her call made them leave us alone.
Okay.
Is there a way to, like, act defensively?
There is
It's
an
the
action.
dodge action. I don't remember what it
Whatever
does.
that is, Dirk is going to do that.
All right. Actually,
See under action. God damn it, index.
180, page 189 are actions. So, actions. So, dodge. Focus entirely on avoiding attacks. Any attack roll made against you is at disadvantage if you can see the attacker. And you make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
Wait, what? And you make dexterity saving throws with advantage.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
So basically, I give them disadvantage now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they do something, if they do some sort of spell that would require you to make a dexterity saving throw, you get advantage.
Okay.
Right.
Eula, your go.
All right. I will draw my short sword, step over to here, and I can't remember the 5e term for it, but I believe I can take my action to kind of ready an attack action for later. Is that right?
So you can move, and then you can ready, which is an action.
Right,
Which
and that
is your
allows me
action.
to take my reaction to do an attack if the criteria are met. Is that right?
I don't think it actually uses your reaction. Hold on, let me double check. I
Yeah, it
don't
uses
think
your reaction.
it does or doesn't.
It does. It uses your reaction. Yeah. It's just like ready in action. You say what triggers it, and then if your trigger happens, you can choose to take your reaction to do.
Yeah. You can take your reaction right after the trigger finishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
you
can choose. Also, you can choose to ignore it.
Right.
Which is important.
Right. So I could say if someone steps into my range, I'll attack them. But then if somebody does that while they're talking, I could choose not to do it.
Correct.
Okay. And yeah, that's what I'll do. If somebody comes within range of my short sword attack, I will attack them.
Okay. So the merfolk are going to go.
Probably going to throw nets at us or something stupid.
So a whole bunch of harpoons come out of the trees.
Make sure you pick which one's attacking me because it has disadvantage.
Yep. All right. Does a 13 hit you?
Oh, I have to check. I think it's no. Haha, no.
Okay. So this one is attacking Durka with disadvantage. 16.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. So you take. Ooh. 10 damage.
Ow.
And make a strength save. Or like a strength, yeah. Opposed strength.
What'd they roll? 9.
Okay. So you are pulled 15 to there. Like as like they harpoon you, it sticks in you, and then they like pull it back.
Gotcha.
And then this guy is going to attack Nash. Does a 10 hit you, Nash? Probably
Nope.
not. Okay, as like a harpoon misses you.
Which one was it that attacked me? Sorry.
This guy right here.
Cool.
Okay, Nash, it is your go.
I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip on him. The guy that's really the nearest one that attacked me there.
Okay, and Thorn Whip does.
Just a second here. I think I have to make a attack.
That will hit.
Okay. And then what happens? He will take a d6 damage, and then it'll pull him 10 feet towards me.
Okay.
10 feet, nice.
Yeah.
Fall on that tree.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So he's prone and takes 3 damage as you pulled him out of the tree.
Yeah. I had a whole riddle prepared, but I guess these guys just really weren't ready for that.
All right, Durka, it is your go. You're pulled under a tree.
I'm still trying to. Like, I can't control my token. Did you take control away from me?
I don't think so. Let's see.
Yeah,
Controlled Durka, controlled by, determined by character settings.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I can't. Must be
can't
something
move.
with my app right now or something.
Let's see. Durka, character sheet.
Oh wait, there I got control a little bit. I can at least click the things.
All right, in player's journal, Corey can be edited, controlled by Corey. So
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyway.
if you need to
I
move, just
can't.
let me know.
Now I can't get rid of the stupid thing. Oh my god. Okay, so Durka is going to cast. I don't want to take the full attack. So Durka's gonna cast Misty Step.
Okay.
So I can move. I teleport. Mist comes up around me, and I go somewhere visible within 30 feet. So I'm gonna go to the other side of this rock here, assuming that rock is some reasonable size.
Yep.
So hold on. So where's the ruler? I can go. Oh, that's probably why I couldn't click. I was on ruler. Damn it. So yeah. So basically, I Misty Step to right there, and then I take my move to go.
Can
So
you
I
move
Misty
your
Step
character?
right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I Misty Step to there, and then I take my move to go back over here.
Okay. Eula.
All right. I will step over to here. Actually, just to get a little bit farther. Step all the way over to here. And I'll draw my dagger as I do that. Attack with the short sword first.
All right. It is
Come
an
on.
advantage because he is prone.
Okay, I can't actually seem to target that token. Oh, it's saying syntax error. Oh yeah, that was a thing that happened before. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna hit. I'm hitting Mer 3, but I'll try one of the other ones.
Okay.
I think maybe I can only. No, that doesn't work either. Hold on a second. What is wrong here?
Roll 20, failing tonight.
It's working fine for me. User error.
Last time it happened, and I could target one of the tokens, but not a different one. Tonight it's just happening with all of them. And I'll have to take a look. I don't know if it's my macros or if it's something about the merfolk. All right, let me get my character sheet.
Okay.
Gotta do things the old-fashioned way.
All right.
All right. 24 will definitely hit. One thing so I'm not like saying you shouldn't do this, but one thing I dislike is I can't easily tell what you roll because I'm like, ooh, did he roll a 19? And I like mouse over it and I'm like,
Right,
where is
right.
it?
Yeah. He did roll a 19, by the way.
He's like doing floor 8 minus 10 divided by 2 divided by 1 billion. Okay. All right. So he takes 7 damage.
Plus sneak attack of 7s, 14.
Wait, I don't see. Oh, there's the 7. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, because it's not my macro. I had to do sneak attack.
Gotcha.
separately.
Gotcha. All right. All right. So does there go?
I'm actually going to do 2 weapon fighting.
Oh, my bad.
And I'll see. This is not so easy to do with the macros, but I'll have to switch some things around. Okay, offhand attack with the dagger. Crit.
Nice.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Mighty.
What? You hate to see it. Okay, so does the merfolks go? They are going to jump down, move cha-cha, and this one is going to, Mer 2 is going to take a move action and then a dash action to move here.
Oh.
But Mer 1 is going to attack Nash with a bite. Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
And then he is going to claw you.
They're about to get eaten by a bear.
Does a 20 hit you?
I'm sorry?
20,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Damn, these guys fucking ballers.
They're rolling pretty damn well.
10.
They're gonna get eaten.
And then Mer 3 is going to attack Eula with his bite. Does a 12 hit you? He's going to stand up.
Okay. Nope.
12, okay. And then he is going to claw you.
Oh,
Does a 9 hit you?
no.
Okay. And does Nash's go?
I'm gonna flip out and turn into a bear.
Okay.
Okay. Just a second, guys. Okay. And let's see. 1d20 plus 7. Does 26 hit?
26 will hit.
Okay. I'm going to start off with my hot dice here, the 2d6 plus 5, for 14 damage.
Oh.
Is this the Mer 2?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
one? Mer 2 to...
Sorry.
So 14 damage to
Or Mer 3?
Mer 2 or Mer 3?
Let's go Mer 2.
Mer 2
No,
is over
Mer
by
1.
You're gonna have to do 1 or 3, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Just
3.
3, okay.
Yeah, the one between me and Eula. And then my second attack is a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay. And 15 damage on that one.
Oh,
Same target.
wow.
Okay.
I
He looks really fucked up.
hope he brushed his teeth this morning because he's about to eat shit.
Well, I did just break up a crit on him.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, Billy, Durka will probably try to yell out like "switch."
Switch. Okay.
Okay. Durka, your go. Or unless Nash is done, I guess you can still move.
Oh yeah, I guess switch would mean move. I'll get out of the way. I'll back up here.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you take an attack of opportunity for doing that though?
Nope. Oh, you do. Yeah, one.
Number
For
one.
one, you would. I'm not sure if you can actually move.
Let him take it.
Okay.
All right. What's your HP?
HP or AC?
He hit you.
Okay.
11 damage. Dang, these guys are
Okay.
rolling like bosses.
Yeah. Every time I shape change though, I get all these hit points, so it's not too bad.
Right. Right. All right. So now it is Durka's go.
Durka's checking where she needs to cast sleep. Like right there-ish.
Yep. Then I get both of them.
Yep. I'm gonna go back to where I was. So she casts sleep there, just the first level version.
25. Okay.
Nice.
Mer 3 goes to sleep.
Not the other one though?
Nope.
Okay. That's it for Durka. I think, wait, hold on. How far is she from? Oh, wait, hold on. I need to make sure I can cast it that far away. Otherwise, I might have to move over there. Sleep range is... Oh, yeah, it's 90 feet. I'm good. So Durka's going to move to... why can't I move? Oh, because I'm in fucking ruler mode again. Durka's going to move to, like, over here.
Okay. And then Eula, your go.
All right. I'm going to go after Mer 2.
Mer 2, that will hit. 6 damage plus your sneak attack.
All right, 13 total. And let's see, do I want to... I'm not going to use the dagger because I'm going to use my rogue action to disengage
Okay.
and go to there.
Okay. All right. Mers go.
Hey, JJ, Bestie is going to be flying around looking for other people that may be in the area.
Okay.
I'm sure we're not surprised.
So Mer 2 is going to attack Nash. 13 hit Nash.
Yep.
Damn. 12 damage to Nash. How much damage you taking, Nash?
Well, since changing into a bear, I've taken about 22, I think.
Okay.
23, and I start with 40 something, so I'm okay.
Okay. So he's going to do his claw attack. Does an
Unless
11? Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Okay. All right. Mer 1 is going to throw his harpoon at Eula.
Harpoons.
Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay. That is Mer 1's go. Nash, your go.
Okay. I would like to flip out on Mer 3.
Mer 3's asleep.
All the better.
Okay.
What?
20, does a critical hit him?
Yes.
Yeah. You're gonna see a big roll this time, guys. 16 damage.
All right. So you just like maul him, you like pick him up, and you like have him in your teeth, and you're just like, just like throwing him about, and like blood spurts, and his like like you're like got his neck, and like his head falls off, and
All right. Well, then I'm going to use my other attack to hit the other nearby merfolk there.
okay.
Does an 11 hit him?
An 11 does not hit him.
Okay.
But you can tell that he is now like frightened.
Good.
Okay. So you can move. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. Durka.
Durka's going to step to, or wait, hold on. What's the range? Oh yeah. So Durka's going to step back a little bit and cast Magic Missile,
Okay.
targeting all of them on Mer 1. I think. Have you attacked Mer 2 yet? Or yeah, Mer 2 yet, Billy? You have, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay, then I will target Mer 2. Pew.
Number 2 takes
8
shitty damage. Alright. Number 2. Okay. Eula, your go.
All right. I will run back up. There we go. Okay, run back up to Mer 2 and attack.
Okay. 21 will hit. $10 damage.
And I might as well, do the dagger as well. There we go.
Oh, that'll miss. Alright. So you have a chance to move if you want.
No, I moved to get there.
Oh, right. Okay, so Mer2 is like looking at the bear and he's like, and then he's like, fuck that, and he's gonna attack Eula. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
7 damage, and then he is said it was a bite, and then he's gonna claw you. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay. Ooh, 23. Damn, these guys are rolling like bosses, man. Nine damage.
Rough.
Okay, it is Nash's go.
Okay.
What did Mer 1 do?
Oh, shit. Mer1 is going to actually move over here and attack Nash. Good call, Corey. Does a 12
I
hit?
was hoping you'd say he sticks his thumb up his ass and smiles.
Yep.
Does 12 hits Nash?
Yep, I have a low AC.
Damn.
I'm a bag of hit points, though.
Not for long. I keep rolling like that. Shit.
I know, right? You'd have to do 20 plus for me to be in trouble right now.
17, that'll hit.
That will hit.
8 more damage.
Okay. Ow, I'm really angry. All right. Did that hit the one that I did earlier? It was like a 16.
So no, you hit 2.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was still trying to target. But
Yep.
Okay. There's some damage,
Nice.
and
12. Okay.
it's an 18 hit.
Yep.
Okay. And he'll take 13.
All right, so he goes down.
Oh yeah.
That guy's in pieces as well. Okay, Durka, your go.
They're gonna cast Acid Splash.
Okay.
Bam.
All right, DC. Let's see. Save 14 dex. So he takes 2
2
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Okay,
That's right. Get some of that.
some of that action. All right.
Right in his eyeball.
Nice. Eula.
All right. Okay, I will step forward 5 to attack Mer1 with the sword. 15 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. 12 damage. And then I will disengage and go the rest of my movement.
Pretty handy little trick there.
Mhm.
Okay. Mer1 sees his buddies die and is like hightailing it. So Nash, you can get attack of
Bear attack.
opportunity.
Oh, snaps. I'm going to use the one that does all the damages.
Nice.
Does that hit?
Yes.
He's about to catch a swipe. Oh, boo.
Number 1.
Just a little love tap.
Cool.
I mean, actually, how fast did these dudes move?
Not fast at all on the ground.
Because I got a movement of 40.
Yeah,
Can
you'd
I
be
just,
able.
hunt this guy down?
Yeah, no, you'd be able to keep up, and he's running. And after a while, you're able to he just keeps running, but you just keep attacking it. Eventually, you just get on the ground and are able to maul him.
Yeah, I was going to throw in a Ray of Frost to slow him down by 10 feet, too.
Cool.
While you guys are finishing that guy off, Durka walks over here and starts cutting the bodies up, looking for things inside of them.
Naturally.
Oh, in their pockets too, I guess. But yeah.
Right.
Do they keep anything in their neck hole?
Let's see. You find a bunch of seashells, and 1 pearl.
Ooh, I'll take the pearl. Pearls are cool for me. Is it a valuable pearl?
Yeah, it'd be a nice pearl. I have to look how
Like
much.
100, like 100 GP pearl?
We'll say a 20 GP pearl.
1/5 of the way to an identify.
Okay, so you guys are able to, make it back to Redwall, but this encounter, has shown you that the path between the Pirate Bay and, Redwall isn't just going to be like while you guys, did handle these guys fairly well, even with, Lorcan and Ramus, making out in the back. It's not just going to be like you can send like a spooge guy with a cart full of valuables, through here,
Right.
without them going unmolested.
We'll have to fix that. So I guess Redwall is not part of like a larger kingdom. It's just like a city-state.
Yeah, it'd be more. Things have gone more towards like the city-state. There used to be a lot of kingdoms, but things have been kind of like degrading in the last 100 years.
Right. So like that's why the paths between places are not clear because there's no kingdom to enforce laws on the open road.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Poor merfolk. We should take something of their. We should take like take something of theirs to show like don't fuck with us in the future, merfolk.
I mean,
Like their heads?
Yeah, heads are hard to carry though, and they rot. And I don't know gentle repose, so I was thinking more like
Skin them.
merfolk. Yeah, like something that identifies them clearly as merfolk, like their fins off their head or something like that. Something that's like cartilage and won't rot, but yeah. Like, do they all have like a cool head spike? I don't know what a merfolk looks like.
So they have like their harpoons, but they have a very identified merfolk head that you could put on a spike.
What you need is a brain horn.
A brain.
Do we think that the harpoons are worth something? I mean, how much the harpoons sell for?
Nah, not really.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think at the very least we should put their heads on spikes. But then I also want to take like an identifiable finger or an ear or something that screams merfolk that I couldn't have taken off of a living merfolk.
Let's look at the picture.
With a webbed hand? Nah, that's still rot.
That's still pretty big, yeah. I think it's something small, something like an ear, something that's not going to get gross. It's just going to dry out.
As far as the head on a spike thing, we could the ocean is just over the ridge, right? Like we could go to the top of the ridge, use their harpoons, as the spikes, and put their heads on their own harpoons there at the top.
So.
Don't you have a illusory script too?
They have very distinct like fins that go on the top of their head.
Yeah, I'll take the fin. Then. I like that. One fin per merfolk. Like always the left fin.
Cool.
I thought about illusory script, but I did not take it.
Okay. That wouldn't help anyway, because doesn't illusory script look normal to most people anyway?
Well, yeah, I can choose what it says to most people, and then I can also choose what it says to certain people.
Gotcha. It lasts 10 days. Yeah, that would have been super cool, because then we could have just like made illusory script on their head that said like GTFO merfolk. And then to other people it said like, haha. Oh well. Heads on spikes will have to be a clear enough message.
Right.
Maybe we can write GTFO merfolk in blood.